Hello friends, now we are going to recite a poem that is Hope is the Thing with Feathers, written by the American poetess Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. The sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. This poem is written by Emily Dickinson. This poem is written by a famous American poetess, Emily Dickinson. Now the title of the poem and the first line of the poem are same. Now here at the very beginning itself the poetess refers to hope as a bird. So the central idea of the poem is the role played by the hope in our life. Hope is a poetess says that hope is a thing with feathers. So what is the thing with feathers? The thing with feathers means bird. So hope is a bird that the poem wants to tell over here. That perches in the soul. Perches means alights or roosts and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Now this hope sings the tone. So according to the poetess, the little bird that nests in our soul keeps us going even in the most difficult times and demands nothing in return. The sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. Now here gale means a very strong wind. So sweetest in the gale means in the very strong wind, sore must be the storm. So sore means causing great pain that could abash. Abash means make uneasy, make it keep quiet. So that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. So sweetest in the gale. In the gale means very strong wind. Is heard and sore must be the storm. Even the storm is sore over here. Sore means causing great pain. That could abash the little bird. Abash means make uneasy. So that is what the poet wants to tell here. And in the last stanza, I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Now the poetess says that I have heard it in the chillest land and the strangest sea, and yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. So chillest land, here it means the most difficult circumstances. So in the chillest land means most difficult circumstances are there, and even the strangest sea is there. So and never in extremity. Extremity means here extremity means the worst of the situation. So worst situation there, it asked a crumb of me. So that is what the poet wants to tell you over here. So here hope is personified in the poem. It is compared to a bird that rests in our soul as its nest. So it's a power in disguise that keeps us stimulating in the most difficult times. So it's the power that keeps us stimulating in the most difficult times. That is hope. So, students, optimism is very important in our life. So, we should be always optimistic, we should be always hopeful. So, the poet has compared the hope with a bird in this poem. Uh, and according to the poetess, hope, the little bird that nests in our soul, keeps us going even in the most difficult times and demands nothing in return. So that is hope. Therefore, friends, hope is very important in our life. Hope is personified over here. So, and hope is a thing with feathers. So, thing with feathers means hope is directly compared with the bird. So, metaphor is also there in the very first line. So, the poem is highly metaphorical. Now, we'll see the rhyme scheme of the poem. Hope is a thing with feathers. Now, feathers is a concluding word, so we'll write it as A. Then another in the second line, soul is the word, ending word. It doesn't rhyme with feathers, so we'll write it as B. Then third line, we have words is the concluding word, so it doesn't rhyme with soul, but it rhymes with feathers, words, feathers. So we'll write it as A, and last word is there, all. So all rhymes with soul, so but we have written soul as B, so we'll write it here B. So AB is the rhyme scheme of the first stanza. Now see the second stanza. Heard is the first word, concluding word of the first line of the second stanza. So we'll write it as A. Then storm is another word, so we'll write it as B. It doesn't rhyme with heard. Bird rhymes with heard, so we'll write it as A. And warm rhymes with storm, so we'll write it as B. So AB the rhyme scheme of the second stanza. Then land, write it as A, C, B, extremity, B, and me rhymes with extremity and C. Therefore, it will be also B. So this stanza we have different rhyme scheme A, B, B, B. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, and A, B, B, B. So friends, you must have understood and enjoyed this poem, which has the optimistic tone. Friends, I will suggest that the warming up activities, the chit chat activities, as well as the English workshop activities given in the course book that you have to solve. We will see the detailed and point-wise appreciation of the poem in the next video. So meanwhile, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon to get the intimation about the next video updates. So thank you for watching this video.